Okay, so like I said, the balances that you are given on your trial balance, right? This is the trial balance for when? For 29 February 2012, right? But usually for the current account, it's usually on the 1st of March 20 what? When it started, probably 1st of March 2011, right? So, but now we cannot say that this is the capital, right, at the beginning of the year because it says pre-adjustment trial balance at the end of the year, right? So when we look at our additional information, we are being told that our partner Ash increased her capital by 70,000 on the 1st of September 2011, right? So assuming that the financial year started on the 1st of March 2011 and this partner contributed 70,000 during the year, right? This must have been what recorded, right? So therefore, the balances on your trial balance, considering the date, are the balances at the end of the year, right? You cannot say, oh, this are the balance at the beginning, because something happened during the year, and I believe that it was recorded, right? And also looking at the date of your what? Of your trial balance, right? So the balance at the end of the year for Ash is what? Is 180,000, and then for Trish is 150,000, right? So here it is 180 and 150,000. When you add that together, it should give you 330. Okay, so now they told us that our partner Ash contributed 70,000, right? So this is what actually happened during the year, right? So it's what is 70,000, right? So remember that for us to get the balance at the end of the year, we said what? Balance at the beginning, right? We say plus our contribution, then minus our withdrawal of capital during the year, and then that will give us the balance at the end of the year. But in this situation, right, we actually do not have balance at the beginning, right? So therefore, what are we going to do? We are just going to do just change the signs, right? So meaning this 180,000, instead of saying plus here, we are going to now do what? Minus the 70,000, right? So meaning even if we had a withdrawal of capital, we were not going to say minus but plus, right? So meaning when you are going up, you change the signs, right? But when you're going down, you keep the signs as they are, right? So therefore it's 180 minus 70,000. So that should give you 110,000. So this means, sorry, at the beginning of the year, Ash has had what? Had 110,000, right? But now for Trish did not contribute anything, right? And he also did not take anything, or rather his capital during the year, right? So therefore, his capital remained as 150,000 during the year, and this means even at the beginning of the year his capital was 150,000, right? So when you add the 110 plus 150,000, you are going to get 216,000, right? So therefore that will be your what? Your capital account, right? So like I said, your capital account balance at the beginning, when we were looking for balance at the beginning, we did not actually find it, right? Because now we had to actually calculate it, right, using the bottom up approach, right? So when we looked at our trial balance, we saw the balances that we are given, these are balances at the end of the year, right? So therefore we needed to go to our additional information and find out what is actually happening, or what happened during the year, right? And we found out that partner Ash contributed his 70,000 as part of his capital contribution, right? So now we now took the balances that are on our trial balance as balances at the end of the year, right? And then I placed them as balances at the end of the year on our capital note, right? 180 for Ash and 150 for Trish. Then I added the what? The total, right? And then when I read the adjustments, I found out that what? Ash contributed 70,000, right? But he did not take his capital, so therefore I cannot put anything here, right? And then for me to be able to get the balance at the beginning, I had to use the what? The bottom up approach by actually doing what? Reversing the signs, right? So therefore, instead of saying minus, I had to say what? Plus, right? And then instead of saying plus, I had to say what? Minus, so that I can be able to get the what? The balance at the beginning of the year, right? So meaning I said 180,000, right? Then I said minus 70,000, that gave me 110. And then for Trish, he did not contribute, not take his capital during the year. So that means his capital remained the same as what? As 150, right? And then you also saw or read your additional information. It does not say anything about Trish, right? So this is how you do your what? Your capital note.